here's another unusual addition to the collection for you, a Frankenstein Conquers the World campaign manual. Now, for decades, movie studios supplied materials like this to theaters and distributors to hype the bejesus out of whatever movie that was coming out. They would contain stuff like a story synopsis, advertising graphics, exploitation tactics, publicity articles, and believe me, this piece of 1960s Toho goodness is not lacking in any of that. The half-dozen featured publicity stories are pretty fun to read, to be perfectly honest, filled with typos and mentioning Boris Karloff and Vincent Price every other paragraph as if to lend this film some kind of classic horror legitimacy. Perhaps the neatest thing is the hyping of the effect work done by EJ Tsuburaya. Sure, it was their job to make it sound like your mind would explode due to the awesome sauce of the special effects, but there's a certain air of respect in these written words that I think is more genuine than it is strictly hype bullshit. You really get the sensation when you read the article, "Monsters Misunderstood! Maybe Salvation of Movie Industry," which the manual claims was written by Frankenstein Conquers the World actor Nick Adams, but it probably really wasn't. But whatever, you still get the idea. I discovered the film was going to be produced by Tomoyuki Tanaka, directed by Anashiro Honda, and the special effects wizard was to be EJ Tsuburaya, just about the finest trio of top movie makers in the world. It was like sitting in a poker game with 3 aces in your hand and 1 up your sleeve. Fantastic images to print in your local papers and have an ad space, most of them proclaiming how Frankenstein rolled the 7 wonders of the world into one. I have absolutely zero idea how that would work. Check out the exploitation section, a fistful of ideas by the studio to help promote the movie locally, costume contests, travel agency cross-promotions, and this one, the street ballyhoo. Frankenstein lends itself to an all-out street promotion, and the bigger the better. Use a flatbed truck for a traveling sales piece. Search for a local giant and use him as your quote-unquote Frankenstein. Tour the truck with the live Frankenstein to shopping centers, schools, and all over town. Man, I really would have loved to have seen that put to action. For the condition of this nearly 50-year-old piece of tokusatsu history, and for a price tag of $40, I'd say that this was a pretty damn good deal. It's honestly kind of fascinating to look back on how these movies were promoted then, especially in contrast to how similar fare has been advertised in the past 30 years. The respect to the special effects compared to the "oh, it's all cardboard buildings and guys in rubber suits" mentality of today. So, with that said, for Dr. Frankenstein's sake, keep watching more tokusatsu for the good of mankind and yourselves, and please, oh please, collect responsibly. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we will catch you later.